Hey guys, Drifter here. Today I've got some good news for you. Call of Duty is finally getting 60 Hz servers in Call of Duty World War II, which is going to significantly reduce lag and make gameplay much smoother. The gameplay today is of course not Call of Duty World War II, it's MWR. I just hopped on and did a little bit of Shrek work here in Modern Warfare Remastered, but during the SledgeHammer Games AMA, Michael Condrey dropped a nice quote on us when asked about what the tick rate is. He says, "We will update packets at 60 times per second in both directions when network bandwidth allows," or in translation, that means 60 Hz servers are finally coming to Call of Duty. Now, the when network bandwidth allows is definitely a caveat. I would imagine that if you get put on a P2P connection, or if your home connection is on the struggle bus, you probably will not get that. I would bet that the 60 Hz servers are going to be the dedicated servers, of which there are many and numerous. I've done many videos on that. But this is big because every single Call of Duty game has always had 20 Hz servers, and Modern Warfare Remastered, which I'm playing right now, actually launched with 10 Hz, but was recently updated because people were complaining about the lag so much. So you might want to ask me, what the hell is a tick rate, and how will this affect my gameplay? I'll be getting into all of that in today's video, but first, a quick shout out to a giveaway that I'm participating in with Team Beyond. It is for a PlayStation 4 along with a copy of Call of Duty World War II. You can click that link down there below in the description to enter, but let's get back on topic. A tick rate is measured in Hertz, and Hertz is a measurement of frequency, which is basically how often a thing happens in a given instance of time. Since Hertz are usually for things that happen fast, we usually use seconds. So 1 tick would be 1 update per second, or 1 Hertz. 10 ticks, which would be how Modern Warfare Remastered launched, would be 10 updates per second, 10 Hertz, or essentially every 100 milliseconds, information is updated. So every 1/10 of a second, it would send an update to the server to then distribute to everybody else, which is why it was kind of laggy, because if you think the game only updates 10 times a second, that's actually kind of slow in Call of Duty. 20 tick, which is what Black Ops 3, MWR currently, and Infinite Warfare runs on, would be 50 milliseconds. It would send an update, and that's again a wee bit on the slow side, but it's been standard for Call of Duty. A 60 tick rate, or 60 Hertz, means that information is updated every 16.5 milliseconds, or almost order of 10 faster than MWR on launch, and almost order of 4 faster than what we currently have. And this is really good for Call of Duty because most weapons in Call of Duty have a very fast time to kill. I mean, you die quick in this game, let's be honest. So if the server only updates every 100 or 50 milliseconds given the game, that means there's going to be a lot of instances where you shot somebody first and you know you shot them first, and then they just kind of blew you up and you died. You might have dropped a packet, you might have been fighting during an off update. A lot of bad things could happen. However, when you're updating much more frequently, those times would happen way less often because the game would be much more consistent and all players would be updating their positions and gun shooting and bullets and hits much faster. So it should significantly improve both the smoothness and consistency of online play. Fun fact, the Call of Duty engine thinks in frames. The frame rate is sort of the base unit for everything it does, which we've covered on this channel in depth. So if the game runs at 60 FPS and it updates at 60 Hz or 60 times per second, it's going to update every single frame, which is perfect because that means the server is going to get an update every single time your game engine does anything, and that is definitely optimal for COD. You can hear me stuttering over my words because I'm excited about this. As a kind of a nerd, this is exciting for me. And what that also means is that if you drop a packet, if your internet connection is crap, if the other guy drops a packet, if something goes wrong, instead of waiting 50 milliseconds for another update, you'll send one on the very next frame, which means that the gameplay experience online should be much smoother, and it should be a huge step forward for Call of Duty. Of note, it'll have the highest tick rate of any console game, tied with Overwatch, and it'll be more on par with PC games, which tend to have average tick rates of around 60, and yes, I know that there are some games that go up to 120 or 240 and crazy stuff, but generally speaking, most games not CSGO have about 60 tick rate. Guys, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something useful. I hope you're excited about this as I am, and if you are any of those things, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Drifter out.